What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a huge expansion on the Denver International Airport. So yeah, as always, if you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And yeah, let's dive straight into it. Starting off with the Spirit Airbus A320. This aircraft is taxiing all the way around to the other runway since the one closest to us is closed, as you can see. And this will be heading out to Las Vegas. I wanted to briefly show off the new pavement on the runway here. So here it is right here. I painted over the old one, and yeah, did some changes down there with the grass, and I added the threshold at the end of the runway. The next aircraft is the United 737-900ER. This is in the Continental Retro livery and will be heading out to Houston Intercontinental. Just taxiing past the closed runway here, we have a JetBlue Airbus A320 doing a long 5-hour and 30-minute flight out to Boston. Right here we have a Southwest Boeing 737-700. This aircraft is in the Heartland livery and will be departing out to Baltimore very shortly. Although it does have a very long taxi all the way across the airport over to runway 34 left, where it'll be departing out to Baltimore, as I mentioned earlier. And just in front of that is another Southwest 737-700. This aircraft will be heading out to San Diego, California. As you can see here, we have a few parked aircrafts here just for storage. When I did go to Denver, I did see a few American airplanes stored here at Denver, which I thought was very interesting. And yeah, I wanted to resemble that, so here we are. Right here at the hard stands, we have two United aircrafts. The one closest to us, which should be in focus now, is a United Express ERJ 175. This will be pushing back in 45 minutes for a flight out to Grand Junction. And then we have the United Express CRJ 550 in the background. That's going to be operating as a Plane 700 and will be heading out to Los Angeles. Starting off at Concourse A, as always, we have a American Eagle Embraer E175. This will be pushing back for a flight out to Los Angeles. And I don't know if you can notice, but the accessory that is right in by the door, the front door, I got those specially designed by Artistic 400 on Instagram. He has a eBay link and you guys can go buy some of those. He makes extremely awesome accessories and highly detailed, and yeah, you guys will see those throughout the airport update. The aircraft in focus now, which is the American Airbus A319. You can't tell, but it's getting luggage on board the aircraft and will be heading out to Phoenix. In the background there we have a Frontier Airbus A320. This aircraft is in the Colorado, the Bighorn Sheep livery, and will be departing out to Trenton. The aircraft in focus now is another Frontier Airbus A320. I believe this is in the Bluebird livery, I think is what they call it. And this will be heading out to Seattle, Tacoma. I couldn't really get a better angle on the camera, or on the tripod, excuse me. But here we have a Frontier Airbus A321. It is getting some passengers loaded on, and the crew member loaded on from the right of the plane, which would not normally happen, but there wasn't room. And as you can see, it is getting some fuel on board also. And I just pulled in from the gate from San Francisco about 20 minutes ago, and we'll be doing a turnaround back there. I wanted to get an angle of this aircraft while I was here, but here we have the blank or private Boeing 737-800 taxiing under the air bridge to Concourse A. This is operating for DHL and will be heading out to Reno, Tahoe. Right here we have a Frontier Airbus A320 Neo. This is on the other side of the Denver Concourse A, obviously. And as you can see, is getting some catering on board and some final passengers on board for a flight out to San Jose. Right here we have a Frontier Airbus A319. Obviously this aircraft does not operate anymore, unfortunately, but I will be keeping it in my Denver airport for as long as I can. But anyway, this just pulled in from the gate from Grand Rapids, and it's just getting a little bit of servicing done, and we'll be heading out to Portland. Right here we have a Frontier Airbus A320 Neo. No, excuse me, this is just a plain 320. This is getting some snacks and catering done to the back of the aircraft, and we'll be pushing back shortly for a flight out to Little Rock, Arkansas. Next up, we have a actual Frontier A320 Neo this time. This just pulled in from the gate from Kansas City, and it's just going to rest here for the rest of the night and head out to Charlotte in the morning. Right here we have a Delta 737-800. I do apologize if this isn't the best shot ever. But anyway, this will be pushing back for a flight out to Atlanta in about 30 minutes. Just taxiing past the rest of the A gates here is a Delta Airbus A220-100. This aircraft will be doing a flight out to Seattle, and then we'll be heading straight back here to Denver. Next at the gate here is a Delta CRJ 700, or should I say Mitsubishi CRJ 700. This aircraft is getting fuel and catering done to the aircraft, and then we'll be pushing back for a flight out to Salt Lake City. Here sitting at the hard stands is a Delta 737-900ER. As you can see, it does have some of the new accessories I purchased. There's a fuel truck right there and then some stairs on the other side. But anyway, this aircraft just arrived in from Minneapolis, and then we'll be doing a turnaround flight back to Minneapolis. I do apologize that some of these shots are handheld, but here we have a Delta E170. You can't see it, but it's getting some catering and some luggage on board on the other side of the aircraft. This will be pushing back shortly as soon as the fuel truck moves out of the way, and we'll be heading out to Salt Lake City. Next up, we have a Volaris A321. This aircraft is getting some fuel on board and getting the final passengers on for a flight out to Tijuana. They actually just resumed this flight not too long ago because Volaris just came back after the virus, and yeah, so we'll be heading out to Tijuana. Right here we have a Sun Country 737-800. This is in the new livery, and it is pushing back as soon as the Allegiant moves out of the way, and it'll be heading out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. The next aircraft here is a Copa 737-800. This is in the MLB livery, and we'll be pushing back shortly for Panama City. As you can see, is getting fuel on board and some luggage on board and the final passengers on board. It is nice to see Copa and Volaris here, since we're not getting a whole lot of international carriers during this time. I believe Lufthansa and British Airways resume in October, which is a bit of a ways from now, but it'll be glad to see them. But not on the 747, unfortunately, because British Airways has retired that. But anyway, this will be heading out to Panama City. Now for the final handheld one, we have a Air Canada CRJ 900, getting some luggage on board and some passengers on board, and we'll be heading out to Calgary. Right here we have a beautiful shot of the Aeromexico 737-800. This aircraft is in the Corona livery, and no, not the thing going around right now, but the beer, so Corona beer livery, and just arrived in from Mexico City. I'm still not entirely sure if Icelandair is back at Denver yet. It's a possibility they are, but I haven't seen them on Flight Radar 24. So this will be heading out to Reykjavik. If it's not realistic, we'll just pretend it's doing a ferry flight out there. Right here we have a American Airbus A321. It should be the one in focus now. This will be pushing back for a flight out to Philadelphia. Right here we have yet another American Airbus A321. This is getting some crew on board at the back of the aircraft and some cargo loaded on for a flight out to Charlotte. Some good news is I Finally, I'm getting that American A321 that I ordered a very long time ago by NG. It should be coming in about a week or so expect an unboxing for that. As I mentioned earlier, the other runway at Denver is getting some construction done, so it is closed, unfortunately. So this runway is full operational and very busy today. But anyway, right here we have a United Airbus A320. This aircraft is in the Stars and Bars livery and will be heading out to New York LaGuardia. Just taxiing over to runway 34 left is a United Airbus A320. This time it is in the plain colors and will be heading out to San Francisco. Just taxiing past the back of the A gates here is a Allegiant Airbus A319 in the new livery, which will be heading out to Knoxville. Pushing back out of the B gates is a Star Alliance or United Boeing 737-800 in the new livery. This is a new model to the airport and will be heading out to Houston. Right here we have a United 737-800. This is in the old livery, obviously, and this will be heading out to Anchorage. Just pulling onto the runway after the United departs is a Southwest 737-800 in the Heart livery, which will be heading out to Albany, New York. Right here we have a Frontier Airbus A321. This is third in line for departure, being obstructed by the United tails, but that is okay. And this will be heading out to St. Louis. After many updates of not having the Delta A321 in because it broke, this will be heading out to Atlanta. Starting off at the B concourse, we have the United 737-700. This will be heading out to Eagle Vale. Next, we have a United 757-200. This is in the Her Art livery and is getting some cargo and baggages on board and will be heading out to San Francisco. Right here we have a United 757-200 in the old gold colors. This will be heading out to Los Angeles and then on to Honolulu. Just peeking behind the terminal there is a United 787-10. This will be pushing back for a flight out to Tokyo. The next aircraft is the extremely beautiful United 787-9. This is in the this is in the new livery by NG Models. Very good model and highly recommend it to you guys. This will be heading out to Honolulu. Next up is a United Airbus A319, which will be heading out to Washington IAD. Next up is the United Express ERJ 175. As you can see, there's another one of those accessories with the flatbed truck. Very neat accessories, as I mentioned earlier in the video, by Artistic 400, so go check him out on Instagram. You can buy some from him. Anyway, this will be pushing back for a flight out to Durango, Colorado. I actually took this exact aircraft and exact flight. Taxiing past the B gates here is a American Airbus A319. This just landed in from LAX and will be pulling into the gate very shortly. One thing I wanted to mention before we continue on is the new footbridge here. This connects Denver Concourse B to the regional gates at Concourse B. It did take a while to make, but I think it looks very good. And yeah, hope you guys like it. Another nice feature I'd like to mention is I did add gates here at the B gates, so now every aircraft at the B gates will have a jet bridge to get attached to the aircraft to get into the terminal now. Before I didn't have them there because I didn't think it was necessary, but I just wanted to show some love to the B gates here. Anyway, this aircraft just arrived in from Moab, and as you can see, it is getting some fuel on board with those accessories I was just talking about. They look very good. And yeah, just arrived in from Moab. Just pulling into the gate here is a United Express ERJ 145. Very awesome aircraft. I did fly this one to Denver, sorry, from Durango. This will be heading out to Huntsville. And then finally on this side of the B regional gates is a United Express CRJ 550. As always, this will be operating as a plain CRJ 700. As you can see, it is in the new color and it has a little accessory truck right there, just doing some service to the aircraft, and will be departing out to Des Moines. On the other side of the B regional gates, we have a very outdated aircraft, which is a Trans-State Airlines ERJ 145. Unfortunately, Trans-States went out of business, as most of you know, and I'm not going to mention in every video. I just thought to give you guys a little bit of a reminder. It is very sad, but anyway, this will be operating as a plain E145. They just haven't painted it yet, and we'll be heading out to Billings. Alright, we're going to do two aircrafts in this scene. The one closest to us, which should be in focus, is the United Express CRJ 200. This will be heading out to Oklahoma City. As you can see, it has a little truck back there. Well, not so little, but it'll be just doing some catering service on board the aircraft. And then the one in the back is a United Express -8 Q200, which they no longer use. I just use this to beef up my United CRJ or the regional collection part of my, yeah. Anyway, this will be heading out to, let me find a good route. This will be heading out to Santa Barbara. Right here we have a gorgeous sight to see, which is 3 United Express E170/E175s in a row. The one closest to us, is the one in focus, hopefully, is the United Express E175 in the new livery, or the Evo Blue, I think is what they're calling it. This will be pushing back shortly, and we'll be heading out to Toronto Pearson. Then the one in focus now, or the middle one, is United Express E175 in the gold livery. Very gorgeous livery. It is sad they're getting rid of it, but I do love the blue livery, so that's okay. This will be heading out to Destin, Fort Walton Beach, and then the one in the very back there, which is a United Express ERJ 170. Trying to get a good view of that. That will be heading out to Pensacola. I do apologize for the weird angle here, but the one closest to us is a United 737-800. This one is by NG Models and will be departing out to Palm Springs very shortly. And then the one in the back is the United 737-800 by Gemini Jets, of course. This just arrived in from Ontario and will be doing a turnaround flight out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. Right here we have a United 737 MAX 9 operating as a plane -900 heading out to Milwaukee. Next is a United Boeing 737-900ER in the Eco Skies livery, and this will be pushing back shortly for a flight out to San Diego, California. Right here we have a JetBlue Airbus A320 in the Blueberry's tail. This aircraft just pulled off runway 34 left from New York JFK. Right here we have a Southwest 737-700 in the Tennessee 1 livery. This just pulled off runway 34 left from Albuquerque. Moving on to the sea gates is a Southwest 737-700 in the Battleborn livery, which will be heading out to New Orleans. Next we have a Southwest 737-300. This will be operating as a plane 700. It is in the Arizona 1 livery, and funny enough, we'll be heading out to Arizona, or Phoenix Sky Harbor. Just pulling into the gate is a Alaska Airbus A320, as I mentioned, is pulling in from the gate from Seattle. Just holding short and waiting for the Alaska to take off is a Southwest 737-800. This aircraft is in the Canyon Blue livery and will be heading out to Puerto Vallarta. Also taxiing out to the runway is another Southwest 737-700. This aircraft is in the Colorado 1 livery, my home state as most of you know, and this will be heading out to Orange County, California. In focus now, or in the background, is a Southwest 737-800. This aircraft is pushing back shortly for a flight out to San Jose de Cabo. Right here is a Southwest 737 MAX 8. This is operating as a plain 800, of course, until the MAXs are back in the sky. And this will be heading out to Tampa. Next is a Southwest 737-700. This aircraft is in the Triple Crown 1 livery. Very gorgeous model. In the back, it is getting some catering done to the aircraft. They're loading snacks and pre-packaged meals, which they don't normally do, but I'm just pretending they're doing that because of COVID. Like little snack boxes, things. And we'll be pushing back shortly for a flight out to, let's get a very good route here. Out to El Paso. Moving on to the Spirits, we have a Spirit Airbus A320 in the banana livery. I'm very happy that I ordered the Airbus A321 by NG. That does fly to Denver, so I'm very happy to feature that in my airport update. Anyway, this just pulled into the gate from, let me get a good route here. Just pulled in from Chicago O'Hare, which is a route I did not know they operated. In the last gate here is a Spirit Airbus A320. This particular plane is in the rainbow livery. Very, very gorgeous. This has that fuel truck that I was talking about, the highly detailed one. I already mentioned where you can get those, so no need to bring that up again. But these accessories make the airport look fantastic, and I'm very glad you have them. But anyway, this will be pushing back shortly for a flight out to Houston Intercontinental. Then we have a Southwest 737-300 just sitting outside of the hangar. This is the actual route that they operated not too long ago. It was operated by Swift Air, but it was going out to Victorville. Is that what they call it? Whatever the junkyard for the planes. But it still had the Southwest livery on it, so I thought that was pretty cool that there is still one Southwest 737-300 flying that I'm aware of. And so yeah, this will be heading out to Victorville. That concludes this airport update of Denver International Airport. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, if you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like. And if you aren't subscribed already, I highly recommend it. All you gotta do is smash that like button. If you do consider it, it does really help support me. And yeah, I do hope you guys like the new B gates that I added. Well, with actual gates now. And the new accessories that were throughout the airport. Because I think I did a pretty good job of putting accessories in almost every aircraft. And yeah, that'll do it for this airport update. I hope you guys enjoyed it, as I mentioned. And there will be some exciting videos coming in the future, so stay tuned for that. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace